Parshat Nasso is read after Shavuot every year. One of the questions that we need to ask ourselves is clearly that there is a reason for this. And we have to understand what is the connection, what are some messages that are found in Parshat Nasso that are able to take the experience of Shavuot, the experience of Pesach, the experience of Sfiras HaOmer, and allow us to move forward into the next kufa, into the next period of time, the time which begins the 3 weeks, the Avelus of Yerushalayim. Parshat Nasso then becomes like a pivotal point of taking the experience of Pesach, Sfiras HaOmer, and Shavuot, and moving us into the summer months. And we need to ask ourselves, what are some messages in Parshat Nasso that allow us to be able to make this transition? The second aspect I'd like to focus in on, Amir Hashem, really hand in hand, is the beginning of Parshat Nasso. We know at the end of Parshat Bamidbar, the Torah tells us about the census that was taken for the sons of Kehat, and how the sons of Kehat were responsible for transporting the aspects of the holiness, whether it was the menorah, the aron, on their bekatef hiso, on their shoulders. Parshat Nasso then begins with the census that was taken for the family of Gershon, and then the third of the three children of Levi, the sons of Merari. So Parsha begins in source number 2. Hashem spoke to Moshe saying, take a census of the children of Gershon, sons of Gershon as well, according to the paternal household. And then it describes the work that Gershon did. They were involved in carrying the curtains of the tabernacle, the curtains of the cover, the tachash cover, and those were the things that were that the people of Gershon were in charge of. Among those things, they also had the altar, the ropes, the utensils of the service, and that was the aspect of Gershon. And then we go into the sons of Merari, and this is the charge of their burden for all the work in the tent of meeting. They had the planks of the tabernacle, its staves, its pillars, its sockets, the pillars of the courtyard all around, the sockets, the pegs, etc. Now, obviously, when the Torah is describing for us the different jobs that Kehat, Gershon, and Merari had, it's clearly not just for those period of time and those children, but it clearly has an eternal message for us as well, and something for us to learn from. And the question we need to ask ourselves, and this will be our original question that we're going to begin with, Amir Hashem, is what message does this have for us? We don't have the tabernacle today. We don't know who's part of Gershon, Kehat, and Merari. We're not carrying the pegs and the pillars and the beams. So what are we supposed to learn from this? That when the Torah specifies these different aspects, that we can be able to tap into it for our own avodas Hashem, for our own service of God. I'd like to begin with a beautiful essay that Rav Rice has on Parshat Nasso, where he points out in source number 4, he says, Tchuna boletet ba'adam hi haratzon liot shoneh mizulato. A very unique aspect, a very specific aspect that every human being has is the desire to be individualistic. We're not into copycatting what other people do. Just like every artisan wants to be able to have their stamp that makes themselves unique and different than every other artisan, so too every person wants that which is unique about them, that which stands out about them. And that's, as our rabbis tell us in the Medrash Bamidbar Rabbah, Kishem she'ein parsufeihem domim, kach ein doteim shavot. Just like no two human beings' face is exactly the same, even identical twins, so too our thoughts, our mindsets are also different. Every person stands as unique. According to Chazal, Shoni Chitzoni Zeh, and the asterisks in 4, this outer difference, Me'id al Shoni Amok Yoter B'Pnim Yutam, is reflection of a deeper reality of the difference. And the fact is, if you take a look at the millions of people in this world, we know that no two people have the same fingerprint, right? That's an identification mark of a person. That too, that external aspect of a difference in fingerprint is a reflection how each one of us stamp our fingerprint in life. Our chashivos is in a different aspect. And that's why we speak about that every single person is created b'tselem Elokim, in the image of God. As Rav Reis continues in source number 5, one of the things that's unique about HaKadosh Baruch Hu is that we always describe Hashem as Echad, as one. Ve'in yachid ki yichudo, there's no one like him. Na'lam gam ein sof la'achduto. This oneness of Hashem doesn't mean he's 1 versus 2. It's much deeper than that. It means the uniqueness of Hashem. And that's why it's very interesting in the Hebrew language, there's no plural for Adam, man. We don't say Adamim, because Adam, who was created as a Yachid, as an individual, on the philosophical, symbolic level, will always remain as